Would everyone please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Here.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Here.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Here.
Councilman Marcocha?
Here.
Supervisor Colavita?
Here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm just going to cut down to the appointments agenda, which is Article 5, and the first is in the Police Department, and at the request of the Chief of Police, I'm respectfully requesting the probationary appointment of Detective John Yanni of Scarsdale, New York, Eastchester, to the position of Police Sergeant. Detective Yanni has been on the force since January of 2008. This assignment will be effective starting April 19th, 2024, at the annual rate of $146,170, holiday pay of $73.70, and longevity pay of $4,900. Detective Yanni's name appears on the eligible list 71706, established September 23, 2021. As provided in the Westchester County Civil Service rules, it is necessary for him to serve a probationary period of a minimum of 12 weeks to a maximum of 52 weeks, and funds have been provided for in the 2024 budget. And I'd like to ask for a resolution or a motion to appoint Detective Yanni to the position of Police Sergeant effective April 19th, 2024 at the annual salary above referenced.
So moved. Second.
Thank you very much. Before we take our roll, I just want to recognize the Chief of Police. He wanted to say a couple of words about Detective Yanni before we proceeded. Maybe he will influence our decision.
Good evening, Supervisor Colavita, members of the town board. As you know, it was a difficult decision. We are fortunate enough to have many good candidates for both the police officer and the sergeant position. But Detective Yanni is a 17-year veteran of the department. He served in our traffic unit, our bicycle unit. He's a physical fitness and general topics instructor. He's a youth officer, a field training officer, and most recently, he's in the detective division. Everything John does, he gives 100%. He's always there for the department. He's always been there for the PBA, and I know he'll make a great sergeant. And again, you know, it was a very difficult decision. We're blessed to have a lot of good candidates and officers to choose from, but I want to wish John best of luck going forward in his new role.
Thank you, Chief. Yeah, I concur with your assessment. John's done an excellent job for, 16, 17 years now. So we really appreciate you stepping up and seeking to take the position of sergeant as well. Any further comments? All right, well, we'll call a roll then.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Congratulations, John.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Town Board. Thank you, Supervisor and Chief. Thank you for the kind words. I wasn't planning on saying much tonight. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I appreciate the faith you have in me in becoming a sergeant at this department. I'm going to do my best, and I always have, and I always will. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. My friends, my family, my beautiful wife, my beautiful kids. My dad's over there in the back hiding. My in-laws, friends, I love you all. I got my softball team here, too. They're here to cheer me on. I thank everyone for being here tonight, and thank you very much, Supervisor.
You're very welcome, John. Thank you. Just so you know, when he first became an officer, we swore him in, so he just gets to say thank you tonight. But we know you're going to do a great job. We look forward to seeing you in stripes. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next in the police department is the probationary appointment of Danielle Colazzo to the position of police officer. Mr. Colazzo is currently employed as a police officer in the city of New York. The appointment is contingent upon the final approval from the Westchester County Department of Human Resources of the transfer and his pending successful completion of his medical and background requirements. As provided in the Westchester County Civil Service rules, it is necessary for him to serve a probationary period of a minimum of 12 weeks to a maximum of 52 weeks. The appointment will be effective on April 19th, 2024, at the salary of $67,194, holiday pay of $33.88. Funds have been provided for in the budget. I'll make the motion to approve Mr. Colazzo. Someone care to second same?
Second.
All right, thank you very much. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye, and once he is cleared, we'll have him down, and as he is a new officer, we will swear him in. But we're delighted that the department has a lot of people seeking to become police officers in Eastchester. It's a great community, and the officers do an excellent job, and we're very, very proud of our police department for many, many reasons. But we can't say enough good things about them. They work hard. They serve the public as best they can. We're very fortunate to have such a terrific department, many of whom are here tonight. I also like to recognize former Chief Bonce, who was here in his unofficial capacity now. They sat many, many, many years in this room. Anyway, with that being said, inasmuch as we have a Yanni crowd here, we'll take a 2-minute recess before we pick up again, all right? So please give us 2 minutes. Thanks. All right, we might as well keep going with our appointments. The next is Building and Parks Department. It's a probationary appointment of Nicholas Garofalo to the full-time position of Labor Group E, Step 2, Section 3, or Schedule 3, at the annual salary of $53,611, effective on April 19th, 2024. If approved, he'll be required to serve a probationary period, which will run not less than 12 weeks and not more than 52 weeks. The appointment is contingent upon the successful completion of the background investigation and pre-employment testing. Funds have been provided for in the 2024 budget. I'll make the motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye. Next is in the position of Highway Department as well. It's the probationary appointment of Vincent Caronaccio of Tuckahoe to the full-time position of Labor Group E, Step 2, Schedule 3, at the annual salary of $53,611, effective April 26, 2024. If approved, he will also be required to serve the same probationary period, and funds have been provided for in the 2024 budget. So I will make the motion to appoint Vincent Caronaccio to the full-time position of laborer as aforesaid. Someone care to second the motion?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Next, aye. Next is for a town constable, and pursuant to Town Law 20.1A, the town board has legal authority to appoint not more than 4 civil officers who shall possess all the powers and duties of constables. Based upon the relevant law, he's recommending the following appointment to the position of town constable effective 1/1/24 through 12/31/24, Nick Gerald and Steve Lankowski.
So moved.
Someone care a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye. Next is the sign review board. We have the recommended appointment of Rosemary Brescia of Beach Street to the position of member of sign review board effective April 17th, 2024 through April 16th, 2027. And upon her appointment, I will designate Rosemary as the chairperson of the sign review board effective for the same period. I'll make the motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye. Next, similarly, on the sign review board is the appointment of Laura Raffiani of Tuckahoe to the sign review board effective April 17th, 2024 through April 16th, 2026.
So moved.
Second, please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye. Lastly, or second to lastly, is the recommended appointment of Adam Beltran of Eastchester to the sign review board effective April 17th, 2024 through April 16th, 2025.
So moved.
Second, please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye. I'd also like to add the appointment on the sign board of Judy Blau as the alternate member in the event of conflicts or prolonged absences. Judy resides on Channing Place, and she would be on the sign review board as an alternate effective April 17th, 2024 through April 16th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye. Now we go back to our opportunity to address the board on a specific agenda item. Okay, moving forward, we have approval of the minutes of the March 19th, 2024 special town board meeting and the approval of the March 19th, 2024 town board meeting. Any proposed modifications or amendments? Nope. There being none, I'll make a motion to approve same as submitted. Ask for a second.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marca?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, we have the reports of departments, boards, and commissions, but before we get started with the Law Department report, I want to jump to items 8A, 8B, and 8C. Inasmuch as we are seeking funding for several capital projects, it would be prudent to approve the capital projects first before we go on to financing. So regarding Section 8A, 8A pertains to the memorandum from the controller on the capital project requests, and we have a few here. There's actually 3 separate items on the agenda. The first is playground renovations. This is miscellaneous playground renovations from broken swings and rubber-based stuff and wood chips and adding a couple of slides here and there, just general maintenance and fencing as well. That's $50,000. Then up at Handle Field, the scoreboard up there is, 14 years old, 17 years old actually, and it needs to be replaced. Now, we don't think it's going to be $85,000. We want to have enough authority to acquire something depending on, whatever the bells and whistles we have out there in the marketplace. Also, it is time that we move to LED lighting. Presently, we have incandescent lighting at Handle Field, and even though it's a fantastic addition to the town, the LED lighting is much easier to operate. It is much more durable. It also can go on and go off quickly, and it gives more lumens, more illumination as well, and does not need to be repaired and last, far longer. That's a total of $335,000. I would also add that the town has purchased another generator, because the generator we had there for about 12, 13 years, 14 years, is shot now. So we've already ordered a new generator, and the load on that new generator would be, it'll just clip right through, no problem, because the LED lights generate or require a lot less electricity to run. So all in all, it's a good package up there, and that field lighting and scoreboard will be a great improvement to what is already an outstanding field. Next, in highway, we have the replacement of a body on a truck. This is basically to take the garage, a garbage dump body off and put a dump truck body on the existing truck, which is in decent shape. That's $150,000. There's also demolition and removal of the incinerator building. This has been something that the town people, residents that live in that area have wanted forever, is get rid of the smokestack and get rid of that building that's unsightly and unused. The only thing we do in that building, frankly, is just keep salt in the area where the building used, the highway guys used to dump their trucks for incineration. But that will all come down. And that'll, of course, change the appearance of Labriola Field, Greenvale, Green Knolls, people that live, of course, in the Park Drive area, Park Ave. Then also, in addition to that, we need to replace or create a place for the salt to be stored, because we buy our salt by the ton, and we make sure we have enough of it. We also provide a lot of salt to other, the school districts and, other towns when they need it, the villages within the town. So we need $225,000 to put in a very modest but waterproof salt shed, okay? And then we always have our annual resurfacing, street resurfacing for $900,000, and sidewalk and curb replacement for $250,000. Item B on Section 8 is Lake Isle Capital Improvement Projects. And what we have here is $87,415 for the cart paths. This is the cart paths on 9, on 10, on 15, 15 to 16T, 17, 17T to the fairway, the shop garage area to the golf course, and also we're going to replace some drainage pipe under the 15 cart path, and edge repairs, throughout the entire course. So if you play golf there, the holes we're talking about, they need a little bit of attention. Also, for $86,856, we're going to start to do proper green drainage for greens 5, 6, 10, 15, 8, 16, as well as the approach on 4 and 12, which are very, very damp. Lastly, we have roofing repairs, which are basically over the ladies' and men's locker room and the administrative office there. And I don't think the roof has been touched there in decades. So it is in dire need of replacement. There are multiple HVAC units up there. I think there's 23 separate, breaches in the roof for, piping and HVAC units and venting, et cetera. That's $69,500. Lastly, in our capital budget on 8C, we have the sum of $2,778,955, and this is for a project we've been talking about for quite some time, and that's the Leawood Park complete renovation project. And what we're doing there is new playground. The parking lot is expanded significantly. The new tennis courts are actually in. They're not playable yet because we have to wait until the weather breaks before we can put on the top coat there. New pickleball courts, a Little Tykes turf field, bocce courts, and a workout area. We're going to add a basketball court and renovate the old court, actually put 2 new courts in. That includes shading, sidewalks, curbs, lights, drainage, benches, garbage and recycling containers, and storage shed. Also, when I say lights, I'm just talking about, pole lighting along the sidewalks and whatnot. We need that, of course, for liability purposes. The project is approximately $5.8 million. We had $1 million we received from Sport Time, which you put right into the tennis courts. We also have a $250,000 grant as part of a state and municipal facilities, a SAM program, which we will hold on to as part of our retainage. And we also have our ARPA funds of $2,046,045 for a net balance to the town of $2,778,955. That'll be RM, but that also includes approximately $600,000 of retention. And that will be what we have in the contract per se, and the $250,000 we got from the state. So what we'll do is we're going to have a construction manager on the site. They, through the engineers, will keep an eye on what's going on there so that we have eyes and ears on the ground at the job site. And that's something we do on all of our large projects to make sure that they move along, that things are done timely, that things aren't broken when they're delivered, or some excuse that many a contractor has. Anyway, so that's 8A, B, and C. So what I'll do is I'll make a motion to approve the item set forth on the 2024 capital project request, which is item 8A, and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, we need a motion on item 8B, which is the Lake Isle Capital Improvement Project request.
So moved?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, on C, you have a memo from the controller on the capital project for Leawood Park. I'll make the motion and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Okay, now we can move on to the Law Department report. Mr. Rader.
Yes, good evening. First ever resolution authorizing the supervisor to enter into an insurance renewal with Alliant Insurance Services, Inc. for the policy period April 30th, 2024 through April 30th, 2025. Briefly, if I could just inform the board of what went on for the last 4 or 5 months, but as I indicated in my memo, and let the public know also what we're facing in this challenging renewal. I've been in this office as the attorney for the town over 20 years. I've never seen a process like the one we just experienced. I want to thank, by the way, the Controller's Office, Dawn Donovan, her staff, my staff, and also Karen Barletta and the Police Department in assisting in gathering all the information we had to give to the carriers before they provided us with any quotes. But we went out back in January, shopped it around. Alliant went to, I'd say, 7 to 8 different companies to try to get us the best package for our insurance. And as it turns out, based on what I've discussed with them and also with other municipalities, nobody wants to write in New York anymore, especially for liability. So the problem we faced this year for the first time was a huge, huge increase, which we could not prevent. Last year, we had, the last couple of years have been, nominal increases, 40, 50,000, but this year, staggering increase from last year, $470,000. Unheard of I did, and Dawn Donovan reached out to other municipalities. They are facing the same problem we did. Harrison, Greenberg, they all got hit with almost $500,000 in increases. But obviously, we need insurance. The only good news is we got some good companies this year. We now have Chubb doing our property. We have a new liability company. We got rid of the old one, which we had a lot of problems with. We now have Old Republic doing our liability. But based on, this is the best we could do, but based on the fact that we still have some good coverage, good companies, I recommend that we go with this policy, which, as I said, is a tough one to swallow, but I think we have no choice.
Yeah, I concur. We don't have a choice here. And not only that, but in addition to jacking the premium up almost to $500,000, they've increased our SIR, which is kind of like our deductible. So it goes from $100,000 to $250,000. And they want it on police events, $500,000. And, it's frankly obscene. And with all the regulation out there, you think someone would step in and do something because we're in excellent shape. We don't have a large portfolio of cases, and we're frankly successful on pretty much everything that we have been able to handle. Our attorneys are excellent. But, this is, frankly, the agent on the phone said that we are a victim of our proximity to Manhattan and to the 5 boroughs, because there's this insanity going on there, especially with regard to police officers. Everybody's suing officers. Officers are, trying to do the best they can with their positions, but it's a free-for-all. And, what's going on there is gravitating up here, and it's causing insurance companies to say, you know what, we're not going to insure you. I think in a few years, we're not going to have an opportunity to get a carrier to come. We really have to maybe look to start insuring ourselves and start moving in that direction, because if this continues, I mean, this is ludicrous to spend $1.1 million, when we spent $600,000 last year. And even that, I thought was a little bit high. Now, of course, we have cyber insurance, we have all the workers' comp and all that other business, but still, that's, an extraordinary jump. He's talking about a 75-80% jump in the premium because of our proximity to the progressive agenda south of us. And really, it's you seem like that can't really be the case, but it is, and that's what was explained to us among other things. But it's ridiculous. Anyway, we don't really have much choice in the matter, as the town attorney said, and I think we have to move on this. Luckily, other places that we checked into had a much greater SIR than we do, so we're getting a little bit of a break here because they have a good portfolio. But with that being said, I'll make the motion to approve Alliant Insurance Services, Inc. For the period indicated by Mr. Rada, and ask for a second, please.
I'll second it.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next I have a resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute and deliver a renewal agreement between the town of Eastchester and Network Adjusters, Inc., effective April 30th, 2024 through April 30th, 2026. This is a company that's been managing our claims. They're our TPA. They do an excellent job. We've been using them probably for about the last 14 years. And I'd like to be happy to say on this one, they haven't raised our rates in the last 4 years. So the rates are the same as they were last year and the term before that for the other 2 years. So they do an excellent job. They manage our workers' comp claims, our liability claims, our medical claims. I work with their staff hand in hand, and they do an excellent job. So I'd recommend that we renew with them again for 2 more years.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next, resolution authorizing the town board to engage the services of McCarter and English LLP to serve as counsel regarding a legal matter pertaining to issues involving one of the town's insurance carriers in the instant matter, and basically for any future actions or lawsuits in the future. I suggest here that we retain this firm, and for the following reason. As I mentioned, we no longer have what the company we just obviously had in the past year called Tokyo Marine. We've had a lot of issues with them. Basically, not only they want to raise your rates, but they want to disclaim against you. They want to prevent you from using your own lawyers and stuff, but that's why we pay for our own insurance. So what Tokyo Marine has done in the last 2 years especially has been kind of squeezing us to say, you can't use your own lawyers, who we, as the supervisor said, we've used and they do a great job, and they have our best interest. They want to use their own lawyers to save money, to keep our SIR, and basically, if you don't use the SIR, no money comes out of their pocket. So they basically want to control what our attorneys charge, what a TBA charges, and all that stuff. So I recommend that we engage this firm who will look out for our interests if we, down the road, have to litigate with our prior insurance carrier, Tokyo Marine. And I spoke to the partner there. He said probably roughly around $5,000 or $6,000 if it had to be fought. But I don't think that's going to happen, but just in case, we need them ready in case we have to protect our interests.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Basically, we have the right to use our own counsel. They're telling us we don't. They're trying to pull cases away. At one point, as the town attorney can tell you, we had a matter that was on. The firm that we had chosen got the case knocked out. At the end of the matter, the adjusters for the insurance carrier who wanted to change horses midstream said, you know, it was a damn good idea we didn't do that. And they recognized and realized that it was foolhardy. But unfortunately, you know, there's turnover there, new people come in, so we have to protect ourselves and, of course, protect our budget. So I'll move this and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next I have a resolution authorizing a settlement of a claim by Guy Brunetti against the town of Eastchester in the amount of $4,234.84 for damages sustained to Mr. Brunetti's vehicle by a town vehicle on March 25th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next I have a resolution authorizing the issuance of $50,000 of bonds of the town of Eastchester, Westchester County, New York, to finance the cost of playground improvement/renovations within the town of Eastchester.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. This is item 8A, refers back to item 8A. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next, resolution authorizing the issuance of $150,000 of bonds of the town of Eastchester, Westchester County, New York, to finance the cost for a replacement of the body of one of the highway trucks.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next, resolution authorizing the issuance of $250,000 of bonds of the town of Eastchester, Westchester County, New York, to finance the cost for the sidewalk and curb reconstruction within the town of Eastchester.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next, resolution authorizing the issuance of $725,000 of bonds of the town of Eastchester, Westchester County, to finance the costs for the highway department, Part A being demolition and removal of the incinerator building, estimated cost to be $500,000. Part B, to build a new salt shed for $225,000, total estimated cost for both projects, $725,000 within the town of Eastchester.
So moved.
Second. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next, resolution authorizing the issuance of $420,000 of bonds of the town of Eastchester, Westchester, New York, to finance the cost of the renovations for Handle Field, Part A being the scoreboard estimated to be at $85,000, and Part B of that, the LED lighting that was referred to, estimated at $335,000, for the total estimate of $420,000 within the town of Eastchester.
All right. So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Almost done. A few more pages, I'll be done. All right, so I got next up the resolution authorizing the issuance of $243,771 of bonds of the town of Eastchester, Westchester, New York, to finance the cost of the Lake Isle Country Club, Part A being curb paths, the estimated cost being $87,415, Part B being the drainage for the golf course, estimated to be at $86,856, and Part C being roof repairs for the building, estimated cost to be $69,500. Total estimated cost for that project being $243,771.
Okay, this was item 8B, as we discussed and approved earlier. I'll make the motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Markocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye.
Okay, next, a resolution authorizing the issuance of $2,778,955 of bonds of the town of Eastchester, Westchester, New York, to finance the cost of the Leewood Park renovations within the town of Eastchester.
All right, so moved.
Second.
Please call the roll on a matter we covered in 8C.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Markocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye.
Okay, next,
Do we do
miss
the,
one?
Number 8.
yeah, number 8,
did I miss 8?
yeah, the street resurfacing?
Yeah, just do, you gotta do 8.
I thought I did that one, I'm sorry. Okay, resolution authorizing the issuance of $900,000 of bonds of the town of Eastchester, Westchester, New York, to finance the cost of street resurfacing within the town of Eastchester.
So moved.
Second?
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Markocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye.
And next, the resolution authorizing the settlement of a certiorari proceeding instituted by Cornell Brothers, affecting the premises known as Section 69, Block 6, Lot 9, 305 White Plains Road in Eastchester. The assessment years on this property, 2022 and 2023, tax years 2023 and 2024, and the total town tax refund on this property is $4,286.43.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Markocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye.
Next, resolution authorizing the settlement of certiorari proceeding instituted by Fix Holding Company, affecting the premises known as Section 69, Block 3, Lot 1, 310 White Plains Road in Eastchester. The assessment years on this property, 2022 and 2023, tax years 2023 and 2024, and the total town tax refund on this property is $3,478.45.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Markocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye.
Okay, and last but not least, the resolution authorizing the settlement of a certiorari proceeding instituted by Elaine W. Conway, affecting the premises known as Section 79D, Block 2, Lot 2, 9 Rittenhouse Road. The assessment year on this property is 2023, tax year is 2024, and the total town tax refund is $9,028.78.
So moved.
Second, please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Councilman Markocha.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye. Next, I have the Police Department report for March 2024. We can receive and file same. Chief Rodriguez, anything to add?
Good evening again. Just a quick comment on what the supervisor already mentioned. You know, us being in close proximity to New York City, it's affected not only the town's rates, but I'm sure everybody's car insurance and homeowners' rates. So one of the things we do ask is that everybody, you know, make sure your car's locked, make sure your alarms are on, make sure your security cameras, if you have them, are on, to help deter some of that crime, which should bring all of our rates down, hopefully. A couple things coming up, as you may or may not know, Saturday, April 20th, coming up is the Michael Frey Pasta Night over at the Greek Church in New Rochelle. The PBA puts it on every year. All the proceeds go to scholarships for local youth out of Eastchester and Tuckahoe High School who are going off to college. So anybody who's interested can call the police department or email the PBA at eastchesterpba.com, at gmail.com, I'm sorry. And then one more thing, May 11th, we're going to be holding our annual awards and memorial ceremony. Each year we hold it, it'll be 11 a.m. at Town Hall, and we recognize, you know, the great work that some of our officers did throughout the year, and we also hold a memorial for all our fallen officers, and sadly we'll be adding 3 names to the monument outside of retired officers who passed on this year. That's all I have to report.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, next I have the Highway Department report. Mr. Latella.
Good evening, Supervisor Colavita and members of the Town Board. I would like to report our annual tree planting program has begun. We ask residents interested in new tree plantings on the town right-of-ways to please forward an email to the department at highway@eastchester.org. Our regularly scheduled green waste pickup has started as of April 3rd, Wednesday, April 3rd. Our pickups are every Wednesday, except for a holiday week. We ask residents to please check your sanitation and recycling schedules for those pickups during those holiday weeks. A reminder that these items must be placed curbside before 7 a.m. on the day of pickup, but no earlier than the night before. Our crews continue spring cleanups and wood mulching of town right-of-ways and parking lot areas. This work improves the curb appeal of all these areas. Our compost is available for residents to pick up. It's located at the dead end of Farella Way at the Highway Department. It's a natural organic material that provides nutrients to any type of spring plantings and gardens. That is all I have to report.
But they gotta bring their own container though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll help them with it, but they gotta
Yes.
bring it in here.
We do have shovels there for them to use.
Okay.
At the location.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, we can receive and file the tax collector's report for the month of March. Also, we have our March monthly report for the clerk's office. Anything to add?
Nothing to add.
Okay, we'll receive and file same. That moves us over to correspondence. We have a memorandum for the controller on the closing of capital budget items. We had a bunch here, old ones in 2021, 2018, and we have an unexpended amount of 50 cents on all of these. So we cut it close. We're 50 cents under budget.
You were accurate.
We never know. Anyway, someone care to make a motion to close the above capital projects and transfer that massive unused portion to the reserve for debt?
So moved. Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, I have a memorandum from the controller updating the investment policy, and what Ms. Donovan would like to do is make us eligible to go into the New York Liquid Asset Fund, that's the NYLAF, for a maximum amount of $50 million, which we don't have, of course, $50 million for in there, but they have very high interest rates. It'd be nice to have that available to us if we choose to do that. And, you know, speaking of interest rates, I should have made this comment a little earlier. We approved a bunch of bonds for the town of Eastchester, and we do so very confidently as we have a AAA Moody's rating. We have sustained that rating now for years and years. Also, our debt service is very low. So, you know, we could stand to use a little bit of borrowing. So though it may seem that we borrowed $400,000 here, $700,000 there, we are well equipped to handle that debt service, and you know, we don't pay a lot of interest to these funds. Not that it's free money, but it's pretty close, and we're delighted that we have that kind of stature in our bond market. So just wanted to pass that on to everybody. Anyway, notwithstanding that, I guess we need a motion for the amendment to the investment policy.
So moved. Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, I have a memorandum from the controller on some budget transfers. They're all in front of us, a couple of transfers and revisions. I'll move to approve same. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, I have a memorandum from the controller on seasonal personnel appointments. You know, it's all recreation time for camps and for Lake Isle and all. And, you know, we are one of the largest employers of kids in the town. We have about 150 of them just for camps alone. So anyway, I'll make the motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next is just informational. The tax office will be open on Tuesday, April 30th. That's the last day to pay your taxes. Tuesday, April 30th, from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So please be reminded that if you can't get there during business hours that day, we're open till 7 o'clock, okay? And if you can, don't come here with a shoebox full of cash and coins. Please, you know, make arrangements to have a check. And also, if you have any questions, you can contact the tax office at 771-3346. Okay, next, we have memo from the from Lake Isle manager on the golf course irrigation renovation. We have, you know, 2 minor change order requests. The project is going along. They're in full swing. They're almost done, as a matter of fact. I was out there myself walking around, and I tell you, they did a really good job keeping the course in good shape while the work was being done. I just envisioned, you know, like the movie Caddyshack with holes everywhere and, you know, all kinds of stuff going on. But I tell you, they did a very, very good job, neat as a pin. But of course, that contract, like most contracts for this work, provides an exception for encountering bedrock or rock. So we had 2 instances where they had to remove some rocks and some rock ledge, one for $16,472 and one for $37,788. And according to the contract, it is not the obligation of NMP Golf Course or Golf Construction Company. It's ours. The architect signed off on it, as did Mr. Papadimitriou. So we need to just approve this now. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved. Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next is a memorandum from the Superintendent of Recreation regarding awarding the Leawood Park project bid. And we're delighted to announce that Tony Casal, Inc. of Salmon River Road in Yonkers, who was also an Eastchester resident, won the lowest bid, lowest responsible bidder at $4,377,000. And I know Tony's going to do an excellent job. He has a great track record of doing work like this, so we're going to be in good hands. And also, Dolph Rothfeld Engineering will be, overseeing the entire process as well. So that being said, someone care to make a motion to approve Tony Casal, Inc. as lowest bidder and award the job to him.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next is a memo from the Superintendent of Recreation regarding the approval of a grant for youth employment from the Westchester County Youth Bureau, and this is the sum of $8,250 to offset some of the salaries we pay to our youngsters. I'll make the motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next is a memo from the Superintendent of Highways regarding permission to go to bid for the 2024 street resurfacing project. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved.
All right.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Giacobbe. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next is a similar memorandum requesting permission to go to bid for the sidewalk and curb replacement projects.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next is a memorandum from the Superintendent of Highways regarding
more now.
permission to go to, for engineering services for a study and design of the Crawford drainage area. We have been spending an enormous amount of time on the Crawford Street drainage project, as well as the drainage projects in the north end of town on Clarence, and as it overlaps into New Rochelle. And of course, we did a lot of work down on Garth Road. I think we did a lot of solving of problems on Garth Road, but we're going to continue to move forward on these projects. We are in receipt of a proposal from KSCJ, which is Kellert Sessions, Tremelli, and Johansson. They do a lot of engineering work for the town. They have worked lock, stock, and barrel with the engineers for the village of Bronxville. We are basically partnering with the village of Bronxville. We've received a grant to cover the bulk of this fee, and we received $278,250, which includes our local cost share of $26,500, but we got that through a grant from Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services, which was great. And we are prepared to start I should say complete the drawings and the sketch work and, the bid and all the contract docs for that portion, which is in the town of Eastchester, which is, of course, adjacent to the Bronxville location. And just for people that may be home wondering about this subject matter, Mr. Latella, Mr. Ruggiero have committed tremendous resources and time to, help that area out there. We're working on a project now which basically will entail the installation of a parallel trunk down Crawford and the creation of 2 detention basins in the 2 fields that Bronxville owns that are in the town of Eastchester. And we're partnering with them. We're hoping that Siwanoy Country Club gives us a break and lets us do some some drainage onto their site, because there's some lakes there, and we'll slowly bleed it out so it doesn't have any downstream issues. And also, we need to speak with Iona University, who has not been receptive, but I think we'll see the light shortly and will help us out. If they don't, we'll just do what we have to do on our end. But anyway, it's a big project, and the neighborhood there is in dire need of some assistance. So we thank Mr. Tremelli. Joe's done a great job, and, this is certainly money well spent. So I would ask for a motion, please, and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Lastly on the agenda is a request for memorandum from the police chief on an intermunicipal agreement for the Ricky system. It's the repository for integrated criminalistic information. Basically, the town and the county will share electronically all the data that we have on people, the storage of criminal records and police blotters and information like that. And there's no fee associated. It's just a great way to exchange information instantly with all the municipalities and the county. Someone care to make a motion on this?
So moved. Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Lastly, we have a memorandum from the Superintendent of Recreation. This is regarding the Recreation Department's Eastchester Columbus Day Celebration community member appointments. And the town of Eastchester has established the Columbus Day Celebration Committee as part of, under the auspices of the Recreation Department, and set forth below are the list of individuals and organizations that are to be appointed as the Eastchester Columbus Day Celebration Committee. I'll read their names off: Christina Batista, Anthony Campanile, Joe Castaldo, myself as an ex officio ad hoc member, my wife Susan, Rosanna Forgione, Carmela Gentile, Maria Gizzo, Karen Gizzo Campanile, Sheila Marcotte, Caitlin McLoom, Joe Mercarella, Scott Mikos, Thomas Puccini, Joe Racine, Stu Rabin, Sally Vititi, and the Eastchester Italian American Club at large. And a couple of points I want to make. First, I want to thank Stu Rabin for his stewardship as the committee chair for several years, many years. He did an excellent job, and we thank him very much for his dedication and his determination to make it a very successful event, which it was. Also, I want to recognize the Eastchester Italian American Citizens Club, who has stepped up and has agreed to be in charge of the parade. So they're going to run the parade, and think they're going to do a magnificent job, and I know that they're very excited about the whole project. Also, I would like to designate Karen Gizzo Campanile as the chairperson for this committee as this rolls forward. And it is also noteworthy that this will be the 50th anniversary of the Columbus Day celebration in Eastchester, and it started back in 1974 when another Supervisor Colavita sat in this chair. And it's been a tremendous and just a wonderful celebration of Italian heritage and culture in the town of Eastchester, and we're delighted that it's enjoying great success, and it's run beautifully by the committee. We do a great job. And I would also add lastly that we were very conscious about security last time out. There were incidences at several local events where kids are rampaging out of control. We had it totally under control. We had undercover officers. We had officers in uniform. We had several policies in place that made the event super safe and a pleasant place to be for the weekend. But we're advancing now into the 50th year. We have a lot of cultural elements that are going to be introduced, and we're very, very excited about it. So that being said, I would make the motion to continue the Eastchester Columbus Day Celebration Committee status, and also to the approval of the members as aforesaid. Someone care to make a second?
Second.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. There being no miscellaneous business, we have council member reports. Councilman Marcocha.
Thank you, Supervisor. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the community fund. Did you know that for more than a century, since 1919, the community fund has funded critical health and human services to residents living right here in Eastchester, Tuckahoe, and Bronxville? This local group of volunteers works together to provide funding for programming in our community. In fact, 100% of the funds, the community fund, Raises are allocated to local nonprofit organizations in our Eastchester, Bronxville, Tuckahoe community through grants benefiting all area residents from youths to seniors. A few select examples include EVAC, Eastchester Volunteer Ambulance Corps, the only ambulance service servicing Eastchester, Bronxville, and Tuckahoe. Second, free flu shots in participation with New York Presbyterian Hospital is held each fall at the Eastchester Public Library, Tuckahoe Community Center, and Bronxville Town Hall. Third, over $100,000 of senior and youth programs support in Eastchester, Bronxville, and Tuckahoe, including the Eastchester Teen Scene, the DARE program, which provides substance abuse education to Eastchester youths. Those are just a few on a long list of programs. This month, there are two important community fund events that you can attend. The first is on Tuesday, April 18th, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. There will be a free event titled Stress Management for Teens. This is being presented at the Iona University campus in Bronxville, as the community fund has provided Iona with a grant to help the community learn more about the influence of social media and stress. Mindfulness meditation practices for coping with stress will be taught by Iona University professionals. This program is designed for parents, counselors, and teen educators. And secondly, on Friday, April 26th, from 6 to 7 p.m., you can participate in a fundraiser at Broken Bow Brewery in Tuckahoe. This is a terrific way to learn more about the community fund, plus it's a great way to meet new folks in the wider town and to get involved in our community. For this event, there is a suggested donation of $25 per person. By the way, there is a subset of the community fund that engages high school students from Eastchester, Bronxville, and Tuckahoe called the Youth Community Fund. Over 100 students participate each year. This group volunteers locally, fundraises, and infuses the money back into the community through a grant-making process. Be sure to tell your high schoolers about it. If you want to learn more about this important local group, please go to the communityfund.org website, and you can see how you can participate and how you can help them, help our community. And then I want to talk just a little bit about Lake Isle. The golf season opened Friday, March 29th. Membership registration has begun, and everyone is encouraged to register early to avoid long lines later. Both the pool season and the outdoor tennis season begin at the end of next month. The membership office hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekends. The early registration discount for resident, family, individual, and pool memberships are available through the end of this month, Sunday, April 30th. The next advisory board meeting is scheduled for Monday, May 6th at 7 p.m. in the Community Center at Lake Isle. And then I know the supervisor touched upon the irrigation project a little bit. That is going very well. The project was almost $3 million project, and it's going to be a tremendous improvement. The large majority of the project was done over the winter months. However, there was a lot of rainfall during that period of time. Luckily, they were able to do it, half of it, and the remaining portion is expected to be done over the next few weeks, so hopefully within the next month. There will be some modifications to the holes, and there was an email that was sent out to all golfers on April 9th of this year detailing what those modifications will be. So I just, if you have any questions, you can call Lake Isle, but everyone should have got an email with the modified play. But we look forward to the completion of that project, and it's just going to add so much to our already beautiful golf course. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Councilwoman Nicholson.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone. I just have two announcements. We have the CARE Coalition Annual Candlelight Vigil on Thursday, May 9th, here at Town Hall. Come out and participate in very meaningful, helping with gathering together and recognizing those that need help with the mental illnesses and drug addictions, And Care Coalition has a website called Love Never Gives Up, and that will give you more information about who the Care Coalition is. Also, on Friday, celebration of Earth Week, Arbor Day, Judy Blau and her Treacher program will be held at the corner of California Road and Highland Avenue on Friday, April 26th at 4 p.m. So come out and plant a tree and celebrate with the Treacher program. And just to remember, spring is here. Slow down in our town. Stop at the stop sign and stop at the red lights. Thank you very much.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just very briefly for the Eastchester seniors and the Nutrition Center, they wanted everybody to know that on Monday, April 29th, they're going to have a huge celebration for all of our residents who are 90 and or 90 plus. And if you are 90 or 90 plus, or if you know someone who is 90 or 90 plus, the town would love to speak with you, and they ask you to give the center a call at 337-0390. And lastly, just a save the date I'm going to throw out there for the Historical Society, the annual town yard sale. Contracts will be going out this week, but save the date. It is September 29th, again in the library lot up on Route 22. So that concludes my report, Supervisor.
Thank you. Councilman Jacoby.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone. Just from our Superintendent of Parks and Recreations regarding town camps. Registration for Camp Rainbow, which is the town's half-day camp program for residents 4 years old by July 1st to entering second grade, is still open. This camp runs from July 1st to August 2nd and will be held at the Tuckahoe High Middle School this summer. Registration is also open for the Bronxville Sports and Science Camp, which is a weekly half-day program for residents in grades K to 6th grade. This camp is designed to provide campers with experiences in a variety of sports and enrichment in the field of science exploration. Both of these camps, as well as the rest of the recreation programs, can be found on our website at eastchester.org, or you can call the recreation office at 914-771-3311 with any questions. Please do your best this weekend to attend the Michael Frey pasta dinner on Saturday evening. And that concludes my report for today.
Thank you. My own report, I just want to congratulate the 6th grade and 8th grade Eastchester girls who comprise the tournament team for the Westchester County Center Youth Basketball Tournament. And they took the championships on the 6th grade level and the 8th grade level. And, it's quite remarkable. We have like one of the best recreation basketball programs. And I want to recognize Brendan Cheppis and Justin Baez and Marty Geegan and Eddie Reardon, who were the coaches who took the girls all the way. I don't think that's happened since Mr. Reid and I took the girls to a couple of championships up there long time ago. But it's great for the town. It's great for the recreation program, too, which concluded a couple of Saturdays ago. We had the EIBL Championship Day at the Eastchester High School. I want to thank the school district, of course, for providing us with all the gyms that we use. It's a great day for the kids. It's videotaped. It's, you get a DVD if you like. There's a halftime stuff, kids are interviewed. It's a lot of fun. It's stepped up, and they really appreciate it, and I'm glad that it was a great season. Also, hometown hero banners. You can go onto the town's website. On the opening page, the front page, on the left-hand side, you can click the link that brings you right to the application process. And if you are a little confused, or if you want to use a paper application, you can do that too. Just call our office, 914-771-3301 or 3302, and we'll get you connected with the veterans who are handling the process. But we're trying to facilitate and help them administratively. This is for either past or present members of the military only, okay? Military, past and present, men and women who have served only. And also, we're getting up on the date where we can get these things done by by Memorial Day. So please act expeditiously if you can. Also, we've had multiple meetings with the Village of Bronxville and our engineers regarding Crawford Drain and also Clarence Avenue, looking at some different things to do up there. So we've been on top of this whole stormwater issue, and Mr. Latello's done an exceptional job, along with Joe Tremelli, along with AJ and Jim Palmer and Mary Marvin from the village and all. Also, the Bronxville Women's Club is celebrating their 99th anniversary on Wednesday, the 24th. You can reach out to them, go to their website. They're having a big celebration because they're almost 100. They're 99 years. And lastly, just want to say that the snow emergency program that we converted to this last winter seemed to work out pretty good. We didn't get as many tickets, of course. There wasn't that much revenue there, but it was largely successful. And I wanted to remind everybody as we advance to please sign up for Smart 911. That's our email program. There weren't really many complaints about people that didn't know we declared a snow emergency. It was only on 2 occasions that we did that. So I think we made the right decision. I mean, everybody predicted, of course, we're going to have a blitzkrieg of snow, and it's going to be, blizzard after blizzard, but it wasn't. So I think we're going to be okay with that. Also, on Memorial Day, there will be a parade in the town of Eastchester. Actually, not Memorial Day, it's on the 16th. And that will be going from ICS Church over into Memorial Park. I'm sorry, the date's the 19th. I was just corrected. Thank you. Thank you very much, Teresa. It's always a good parade to be seen watching, because it's just a great event, and we owe these people. It's the least we can do is come out and watch the parade. This year's Grand Marshal will be Tony Nuno. I was also asked to be Grand Marshal, which I didn't really want to do it because I'm kind of still in office, but Commander Foster is very persuasive, and he said, you need to march out with us because you do a lot for the veterans. So, of course, I couldn't say no to him. So we'll be marching together. Tony will be up front. I'll be behind him. It'll be a great parade. There'll be a program prior to that, which I believe that's the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, and that will be of Eastchester High School, and that's always a great celebration. And it's a shame because Mike Fix he was instrumental in making that happen, and of course he just passed away recently. So someone will have to pick up the slack and help our veterans there. Anyway, that concludes my remarks, and that brings us to the second opportunity to address the board. Anyone? Okay. There being none, someone care to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.